Hello, all. Today we'll be doing a very important topic of HR specialization, that is management of training and development. Training and development is a dynamic sector where the HR personnel they have to work in an organization. It is ongoing process and it is applicable to all the employees during their full professional life. We cannot say that it is applicable or it is useful only for the freshers or new people joining the organization. It is not the case, because as and when there is an updation of technology, there is a change in the environment outside, we have to incorporate training technologies and methods for them. So basically, management of training and development, it is comprised of two key words, that is training and development. First, we need to understand the difference between training and development. So in a layman's language, we may say that training is basically for particular job skills, and development is an ongoing process. Training is given to usually the freshers who join our organization, and development is for the administrative work that we do. Okay, and development is if development focuses more on the overall personality, and training is concentrated on the job skills. We'll study about it more in our coming slides. So training is it is basically imparting skills and knowledge for doing a particular job. So you must have heard of computer training, you must have heard of sales training, okay, like people who are data operators, so they need to be given training about data entry. People who are into marketing, okay, so they are required to be given training on sales dynamics, okay, how actually they should present themselves, what all should be their methods of pitching the customers. So these are called the job related specific skills that are taught to the employees. And development envisage growth of an employee in all respect, means it is focusing not only on the job skills but personality skills also. So he has become a better leader, he has become a better motivator, a better boss, because as you go higher up in the hierarchy, it is observed that you use 80% of your HR skills and 20% of your technical skills. And when you join the organization, you use 80% of your technical skills and 20% of your HR skills. So when you are promoted to the higher hierarchy rung, you require many other things apart from your technical knowledge in order to give the desired output. So that actually comprises of the development part. You must have heard of management development trainings being organized, okay, so they also come under the development part. Now training increases job skills, and development it shapes the attitude, it increases job skills, okay, like we can say that people who opt for students who opt for HRI specialization, if they think that okay, we have taken HR, so we don't require any technical knowledge or computer related knowledge, but this is not the case, because technology has intervened all the sectors of organization and all the processes. We have softwares on which HR people they are required to work for compensation management, for personnel administration and many other things. So if HR people will think that they do not require any know-how of computers, so that is not correct. So whenever you join the organization, you will be given training of a stipulated time in order to make you comfortable with the technological tools that are being used in that organization. Okay, so it is more of job skills. Okay, and if we talk of production industry, if we talk of manufacturing industry, so definitely there is machinery, new machinery is being used. So people are given training for that. Okay, and development actually shapes the attitude of people. Definitely, as I told you, that we can organize a session on the stress management or leadership skills. So in this way you will become a better person, a better employee as a whole. Okay, and when your attitude is changed, and when your attitude is enhanced, so definitely it will be reflected in your working also. Training is used to impart specific skills among operative managers and employees. Yeah, exactly. And development is associated with the overall growth of the employee, as we have discussed right now. Then training is short term, and development is a long term perspective. Okay, so in the same way, like when you do your MBA, and if you're doing your MBA in the right spirit, if you are learning the practical applicability of the things that we are studying in theory, if you're taking part in your other activities along with your studies, so definitely you will be a better person as you were when you entered MBA course. So you have actually developed as a professional. But if you do not do the course, not only not to talk only of MBA course, but any other work you do, if you do it with your full dedication, and if there is an enhancement and enrichment of your skills and attitude by any chance, then you become a developed employee or developed person. Okay, so therefore we say that it is an ongoing process. Okay, so in this way we say that there is a difference with respect to the time also. Then training is job centered in nature, and development is career centered in nature. Yes, exactly. Like a person, for example, somebody has applied for general manager marketing. Okay, so general manager marketing, suppose we have received 10 CVs of people. Okay, so they have actually spent around 20 years, 25 years in the field of marketing. So needless to ask them what the dynamics of markets and what is market and how will you segment it and what is positioning, because they've done it all through their lives. The difference will be the kind of challenges they have faced during their professional life in the past years, which that have made them a better professional. Okay, because they must have taken care of new product launch, they must have taken care of the recession time, they must have taken care of the pandemic time. So they have had so much of experience, varied experience. So it has brought a major contribution, major transformation, major change in their attitude and thinking. Okay, so that will be a part of their development. Training, we can say that it is the role of trainer or supervisor is very important, and in development it is actually self-driven. Okay, development cannot be like taught. If suppose you are not self-motivated, you yourself do not want to do it, so nobody can actually force you to do it. So therefore development is self-driven, and training is dependent on the trainer. Okay, so whether training has been successful or not depends a lot on the trainer. Okay, what kind of skills he had and how effectively he was able to impart those skills to the trainees. Okay, but development, have you been able to contribute to your development, solely depends upon your individual will. Understood? And therefore the companies, they actually try to concentrate more on the environment part. Why? Because if people are happy in the organization, they are very comfortable with the work that they are doing, then they will try to enhance their skills, because they love their work. And if the right person is doing the right kind of work at the right time, so he is very happy doing it, so he will concentrate more on the enhancement and enrichment of the work. Okay, so in this way we can say that and the development part is self driven, and it will be successful only when the employees are motivated enough. Okay, so in this way we can see that there is a difference between training and development. Now we'll do the rest in our next class. Thank you.